Hey everyone, I'm back. It's Jared here, and I have a little bit more review of the Tyranids codex. I have some things that I missed in the other video, some things that I have reread the codex, want to kind of review those bits, and that other people have talked about in their review videos and other places, message boards and things like that. So the Scything Talents, they don't have any rerolls. I'm not sure, maybe you've heard that already from other places, but it is confirmed Scything Talons are only AP6, which is really a bummer, and they no longer have rerolls. I'd rather have no AP and some reroll ones or reroll all misses on the attack if with double Scything Talons, but this is just a major hit to our melee capability for a melee army. The Hormagaunts obviously take a hit from that. They don't reroll any ones. Trigons definitely take a hit. They don't get any, they reroll all misses in close combat. Gene Stealers, Ravanars, anything that uses Scything Talons often. The Trigon Prime with Yumgarl, the Yumgarl effect, could actually be a pretty nasty addition to a unit of warriors, or even as a small HQ if you're playing small point lists. Shrikes, they're pretty cost efficient and pretty cool now. Making them jump infantry gave them Hammer of Wrath, which also gargoyles have now. They're jump infantry as well. Instead of having just wings, which makes them move like jump infantry, they're actually classified as jump infantry, which, like I said, gives them Hammer of Wrath, gives them an extra whole attack. Pretty sweet deal there. So that's some of the stuff that I missed, and some more thoughts since making my other video about making the army as a whole more viable. So since the Codex release, every Tyranid player, and even many non-Tyranid players the world over, have been trying to figure out ways to make the army viable. Figure out how to make it work. But some of the prevailing thoughts, even for myself, are, one, bring back the Swarm. So you can take a lot of bare bones units and give your opponent just too much to shoot at. Also, Carnifexes, like I said last time, but Carnifexes en masse with Brainleech Devourers, double Brainleech Devourers, giving them 12 attacks for each Carnifex, is a pretty good deal. It's, they're already kind of tough to kill unless you have AP2, and they would get lots of shots with those Brainleech Devourers. They're only 18 inches, but you move up 3 or even 6 Carnifexes if you're playing that many, or you're that devoted to that tactic. You move up 3 or 6 Carnifexes all together, and it's just a lot of stuff for people to have to focus on while maybe other elements of your army are swinging in from the side or something. My thinking now with this codex is that your army has to have synergy in an even bigger way than it used to. You can't just willy-nilly put units together. If you take some Shrikes, what else do you have from fast attack? What are they supporting? Do you need them for the Synapse? What's your purpose for taking a unit like Shrikes? So, for instance, if I was to take any fast attack at all, then I would commit to that strategy of fast attack. So I would take a lot of deep striking, a lot of infiltrating, and a lot of outflanking units. Moloch and Trigon. Maybe try to get the Moloch and Trigon in on turn 2 to start harassing or giving my opponent bigger things to shoot at that they can't ignore. Ravanars, because if they're shooting at a Trigon and Moloch already, that means your Ravanars are probably going to survive and be able to get in close combat, making Ravanars possibly viable. Take Lictors. Lictors can, deep strike right in wherever they want. And if they do that, then in subsequent turns, other stuff that's deep striking can come in. Or have your Lictors infiltrate so they can move up, so turn 2, your Trigons can deep strike without any mishap or without any scatter. Gene Stealers, they can also infiltrate, so you can have a whole infiltration army of just Gene Stealers, Lictors, and then some deep strikers on turn 2, and that could be pretty cool. Synapse is super critical now. You need at least 3 plus Synapse groups, in my opinion. Preferably more. You need your HQ, some Zoanthropes, and some Warriors. That's generally what I would take. And maybe Shrikes if you're working that, or you have some fast attack or some infiltrators, deep strikers that you need to support with Synapse. And of course, a Trigon Prime is always a good deep striking Synapse creature. All those lists, or all those units, are all staples in my army lists that I'm creating. A note about swarms. I said swarms are going to come back in a big way, and I hope they do. I'm kind of a swarm player anyways. You can take 120 bare bones termagants for 480 points, or 120 bare bones hormagaunts for 600 points. That's a lot of models. You just swamp your enemy. 4 units of 30. I mean, you're just swarming over the table. They are going to look at the other side of the table, see that it's covered in models, and see either A, they don't have enough blast templates to take care of that, or B, don't have enough auto or cannons or assault cannons or rapid fire or whatever to take care of that. You give those guys some venom thropes to support them, and voila, you have more survivability, because any model within 6 inches of a venom thrope has shrouded, and any model in a unit has shrouded. That whole unit gets shrouded. So you just have maybe a venom thrope or a group of venom thropes in between a couple of these units of 30 hormagaunts or units of 30 termagants running up the table, and bam, you have more survivability as you run up the table, and you guys aren't going to die all the time, even if they do have a lot of shootiness. So some final thoughts on this video and this bit of extra recap of the Tyranid Codex is make sure you have an idea or theme for your army list. Don't just put gargoyles in the army list simply because you hope they're going to work well, or because you feel like it, because, hey, gargoyles are kind of neat, right? They have wings. Put them in because you're also fielding a Harpy, the Hive Crone, the Flyrant, and some Shrikes. Make the whole army flyers. Make them all move forward quickly. Give them too much to shoot at. They're moving all too fast. Eventually your gargoyles are going to be able to get in there and tarp hit as well in that case. Again, swarms. Mass attacks and swarms are of specialized units, like the Carnifexes with Brain Leech Devours. Those two things are going to be big, I think, in this new edition with this new codex. And bare bones most things, because most things won't need upgrades. And good luck. Besides that, good luck, because we did get boned a bit in this new codex. We didn't get very good psychic powers. We didn't get very good warlord traits. We didn't get, we got boned on the bone sword being nerfed, and on the instinctive behavior traits being, now tables, and we have an extra one. So there's a bunch of stuff that kind of got toned down and nerfed in this new codex, and while I'm still disappointed, I have high hopes that if I swarm my enemy, that I will be able to succeed. So I should have a bat rep up soon. I'm going to a friend's house later today to play some games, possibly a big 3-way game with myself, some Necrons, and some Dark Angels, or maybe some Chaos Space Marines. We'll see what's up. But I'll have a bat rep or two up in the next few days of that, so I can give you everyone a solid review of how I think they work in actual practice versus theory. So stay tuned for that. Thanks, and I'll see you guys next time.